I am a MOBA hater. I never liked MOBAs. If one of my friends told me they were playing League of Legends, I would literally ask them if they are okay and if I need to call a wellness check. I just never liked the genre. Every time I would try League, I felt like I was way over my head, and it just felt like video gamey to me. I don't know. It just was not fun for me at all. But that's what I originally had thought. Valve dropped Deadlock, and it was this invite-only alpha beta. I'm not really sure exactly what it is, okay? All I know is this game completely took me by surprise, and it's amazing. It genuinely made me feel like a kid again, just addicted as shit, learning all the new details, the movement. It's confusing. It was frustrating, but it was so much fun. And if you haven't heard of it or gotten an invite code for it yet, drop a comment. I'm sure me or someone else will add you on Steam and send you an invite. Just like my last video, I fucking hate saying this, but I recently graduated and I do have a pretty big student loan. It's a bit hard to find a job right now. I think I might have found one, but if you would please subscribe. If I get 1,000 subs, I can start making money off of ad revenue. It just would really mean a lot to me to be able to make that. Anyways, whatever. I'm done begging. I'm sorry. Get back to the video. So first, a little bit about me. I come from just a pure FPS background. I played years of Counter-Strike, and I would try almost any sort of FPS game that would come out. Third person too, obviously. So when Deadlock came out, and I saw fun movement and the fights looked fun, I wanted to give it a shot, even though it was a MOBA. But when I hopped on, the Source engine felt amazing. It felt just like home from being on Counter-Strike so much. So the movement was amazing. The shooting was so smooth. The animations were so nice. Everything was just great. At first, I wasn't a big fan of the art style, but you got to think this was last year. So it grew a lot on me, and I actually love it now. It's so different than it's different, but not than a lot of games coming out now. And I think it's simpler in a really good way, and I love the art direction they're going. Only problem is, when I first hopped on, I had no idea what the fuck was going on at all. I mean, again, I want to stress this: no MOBA experience. I didn't understand rotating, any of the objectives, what any of the abilities did, any roles. My friends who all played League before picked it up pretty quick, but I just kept asking them questions, and I'm sure I was extremely annoying during that time to them because they were trying to play while I was sitting there asking questions and dying over and over. So one thing about Deadlock, since it's in this alpha beta testing phase, there is some frustrations that I dealt with, and I think anyone just picking up the game will deal with, especially if you don't know anything about MOBAs. It's like that meme of the miner, okay? You know, the miner that almost gets to the diamonds but stops right before. That's what happens to a lot of people in Deadlock. The game doesn't hold your hand at all, and it doesn't explain very much, which is kind of a Valve thing, but also the game is just brand new and not really in a stage where it's good for new players. You'll feel lost. It doesn't explain itself very well. And I've had some of my friends who I recommended this game was talking about it so highly. They try it, they get extremely frustrated because they don't know what's happening, and they just quit. And I feel extremely sad when that happens. And shit, even I did that. I did that multiple times. I quit the game and I would come back, and now I feel like I'm at a point where I don't get frustrated even when I get beat, because I understand why I'm getting beat. And I think that is the point where you start to really have fun with it. Once you figure out why you maybe lost a fight or whatever, then you don't have to be mad about it. You know, you can still get pissed off, but you understand. When I first got the game, I tried watching lots of YouTube videos. Nothing really clicked, and I eventually gave up. Until the newest Hideout update, I picked it back up again, and I pretty much had to start from zero. And I'll explain more about that later. But it brought a lot of new returning players back, me included. And something just kind of clicked for me. I started watching more videos, and I actually got a grasp of what is supposed to happen in the game. And your actual objectives. So I started watching a lot of Deathy on YouTube. I'll link his channel in the description. He's super helpful. for new players, returning players, whatever. Just a great channel. If you play Deadlock, I'm sure you already know of Deathy. But really, just watching his videos and trying to think of yourself, how he plays and how he thinks and what you do differently helped me a lot. And I'm nowhere near the top, okay? I would say I'm pretty good, but I want to say Deadlock is not as complicated as it looks. It's all about what the... Sorry, I went to a hockey game and my voice is still kind of fucked up from it. It's all about time investment and optimization at its core, okay? You need to be always doing something productive. So what helps with that is having better movement, right? So that got me invested. But, you know, farming souls, contesting objectives, or, you know, fighting in a team fight, that is all a good time investment. For me, what really helped everything click is always thinking about soul optimization. So souls are like the money in the game. So in the game, waves give you the most amount of souls. So you obviously want to be there for the waves. So you want to get the waves, and in between you want to go to the camps. So before, I was trying to get lots of camps, whatever. Just looking at the stats after the game helped me a lot, and it kind of paints a picture of maybe what you're doing wrong. I think Deathy has a video talking about you know, the type of stats that you want to see in a game. And if you have conflicting stuff, there you go. Yeah, you should learn your macro first, and then soul optimization, and then learn more about builds. That's at least what I'm doing now, and I think that made it the easiest for me. Macro would include rotating, when to push, when something's worth your time, aim and builds and timing of things you can kind of work on later and just let you naturally playing the game improve you at that. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's at its core, it's really not as complicated as it may seem when you first pick it up. Here's the second frustration that I have with it, is just how much of a pain matchmaking is when you first start or first come back to it. Once you get into a groove, it kind of doesn't suck as bad anymore. I know people will still complain about it, bad teammates, whatever, but it's not like that. Valve decayed everyone's ranks. So when I returned during the hideout update, I was the lowest rank in the game, along with many other people. I was literally getting thrown in matches with people in their first game, and I felt bad. I felt like I was the reason someone would quit this amazing game, because I was sitting here dropping like 25 kills, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, I literally had someone say it was my first game in chat, and I felt so bad. It wasn't the most fun just stomping people who didn't know what was going on. And again, I felt like I was possibly making them quit this amazing game, and I really did not want to be a reason someone did, because I love this game and I want everyone to experience it. But you know, what can I do? I either get stuck by not playing good, or you know, I just try to rank up as fast as possible and hopefully get out of those games, you know. So that's what I did. I tried to play as good as I can. Hopefully it made me get out of Initiate 1 fast. It kind of took a lot longer than it should have, honestly, but it's okay. I pushed through. I'm still climbing. I'm still not where my friends are at, even though I play with them all the time. But you know, I don't really understand how the ranked gives you a rank in this game, but it's okay. You know what? I'm not complaining about it. It's still new. It's not even an official ranked mode yet, but I really can feel myself improving each match now. It just makes me very excited, because I love this game, and it was frustrating me that I wasn't able to fully grasp it. But you know, now I'm starting to. Deadlock is just so fucking good. It's so fucking good. It's one of the most rewarding games that I've picked up. I just love picking up a new game and learning something new from the ground up. And this is like the perfect game for that. It can be extremely frustrating at times. I remember when I first started playing, like I would have a game that would like ruin the rest of my night. Like it gets bad. It gets real bad. it kind of humbles you. I'm not even gonna lie. But once you stick around, you know, you kind of get past those frustrations, and it really doesn't frustrate me much anymore. It's just pure fun. It's the kind of fun that just reminds you of why you play games in the first place. You know, if you're competitive and want to improve, Deadlock is great for that, because it's, you know, something new you can pick up. Whether you play MOBAs or shooters, it's a mix of the genres. So you still have to learn something either way. You're going to have to learn movement mechanics and aim, or you're going to have to learn MOBA aspects. And I think that's amazing. And the community is still very small, but it's super passionate about the game. And I think once full release comes, this game is going to be fucking massive, because it is good and it is addicting. It really does feel like it's on the edge of something just huge. It very well could be Valve's next big hit. I'm not even lying. When you first start, you need to have some patience. You need to have some curiosity. You might need to be able to take a beating. But once you get past that, I promise you, you will love it. You need to play Deadlock. You need to.